If I could go back 28 years and fix one mistake, I would. But you still have time. Imagine waking up one day and realizing your whole life was built on autopilot. Not because you chose the wrong path, but because you never chose it all. That was me, 28 years gone, spent chasing what others wanted for me. Distractions. Telling myself one day, I'll start really living. But that one day, it never came. I still remember standing in front of the mirror on my 28th birthday, feeling hollow, wondering how the time slipped away. Hadn't built anything I dreamed of as a teenager. I just existed. Here's the brutal truth. Time doesn't care if you're ready. It keeps moving. And if you're not actively choosing your life, someone else is choosing it for you. This isn't a motivational pep talk. This is an emergency. You're not stuck. You're just sedated by comfort. Take a breath. Ask yourself honestly. Are you really living, or are you just scrolling, surviving, and hitting reset every Monday? If you feel that tightness in your chest right now, don't ignore it. That's not anxiety. It's your future self, screaming for you to wake up. It's lighter, but firm. Hit that like button if you're ready to stop sleepwalking through your life. And subscribe right now, because in part 2, I'm going to break down how tiny choices stole 28 years from me, and how you can stop the same fate. You've still got time, but not forever. Regret doesn't show up in one moment. It builds slowly like rust. People think regret hits you like a thunderstorm. One day you wake up in agony, screaming, "I've wasted my life." But that's not how it works. Regret is quiet. It creeps in while you're laughing. It waits behind your excuses. It feeds off the promises you break to yourself. It's saying yes to things you hate, because it's easier than saying no. It's binging YouTube videos while your dreams wait in silence. It's checking likes, scrolling reels, while your future sits in a corner forgotten. It's knowing you could change, but choosing comfort over growth. That's how I lost 28 years. Not in some dramatic collapse, but in the tiny, invisible theft of time. 1, I'll do it later. 1, just 5 more minutes. 1 missed opportunity, multiplied by thousands of days. By the time I noticed, everyone around me had moved forward, while I was still standing still. If that sounds like your life right now, you are not broken, but you are running out of time. So what now? Start with this. What do you want? Not your parents? Not your boss? What does your dream life look like 5 years from now? Close your eyes, picture it, see it clearly. Now, write it down. Because what you don't write, you don't own. No, what you don't own, you'll never build. So then ask, are my actions today getting me there? Or am I just surviving? This is the moment. The emergency isn't the regret, it's the delay. If this hit something in your chest like this video, and if you're serious about escaping this loop, subscribe now. Because in part 3, I'll share the one uncomfortable decision I made that flipped the switch on my entire life. It wasn't easy, but it was everything. All it took was 10 seconds of courage to undo 10 years of fear. Narration tone, reflective, with emotional weight. Sometimes the entire direction of your life shifts. Not with a master plan, but with one uncomfortable, terrifying decision. I remember mine like it was yesterday. I'd been offered a high-paying job, safe, secure. Everyone around me said, "This is it. Take it. You'll be set for life." But deep in my gut, I felt the quiet panic of settling. That yes would have meant saying no to every version of me I still hadn't met. So I said no. No job, no backup plan, no support system. Just a burning fear. That's something even more dangerous. Hope that decision didn't make me successful overnight. I moved to a cheaper city. I lived small. I cried. I failed. I questioned everything. But for the first time in years, I felt alive. Because comfort is a liar. It tells you you're okay, but it steals your hunger. It steals your fire. You do not need years to change your life. You need one moment of boldness. 1 second of bravery, where you choose fear and act anyway. Want your turning point? Say no to something that drains you. Say yes to something that scares you. Quit the job. Start the project. Make the call. Move. The longer you wait for perfect, the longer you stay exactly where you are. This is the moment. Not next week. Not someday. Now, if you've been sitting on a decision, this is your permission slip to be brave. Hit like if this speaks to the battle in your head. Subscribe if you're ready to stop waiting for courage and start creating it. Because in part 4, we're going deeper into the systems I use to build momentum without relying on willpower. You don't want to miss it. Motivation dies, systems survive. You ever feel unstoppable one day and completely lost the next? That's motivation for you. It's flashy, it's exciting, and it's temporary. But what saved me from falling into 28 more years of regret wasn't another pep talk. It was structure. Here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. I stopped trying to rely on willpower. Instead, I built a daily framework so even on bad days I showed up. This is what it looked like. Wake up. No phone. Journal. 10 minutes of light exercise. Work blocks. Phone off. Tasks written out the night before. Zero guesswork. Evenings. Reflect on the day. Read something meaningful. No screens after 9 p.m. Not sexy. Not glamorous. But guess what? It worked, and it kept working. Want to stop wasting time? Don't wait to feel ready. Start designing systems your future self can depend on. Want to eat better? Prep your meals on Sunday? Want to read more? Put the book on your pillow? Want to launch that dream project? Block 1 hour a day? No excuses. No distractions. Systems create safety. They turn chaos into clarity. They remove the emotion and replace it with execution. And here's your emergency. If you don't build systems today, you will default to autopilot tomorrow. And autopilot is how decades disappear. So here's your mission, right now. Choose just one system that aligns with your dream. Small is fine, tiny is fine, but it has to start now. Hit that like button if this clicked with you. And don't forget to subscribe, because in part 5, we're stepping into the most important transformation of all, your new normal. How to turn discomfort into your greatest power. Your future self is watching. What would make them proud? Close your eyes for a second. Now imagine it's 10 years from today. You walk into a quiet room, and sitting across from you is a version of yourself who did everything you were once too scared to try. They wake up early. They chase purpose, not comfort. They don't scroll through life. They built it. They look you in the eyes and they smile. Not out of pity, but out of respect. Because you made a choice. You didn't wait. You didn't let another 28 years slip by in fear and distraction. That version of you is real. But only if you start moving toward them today. Let me say this clearly. Regret is not just about what you've missed. It's about the future you still might miss if you don't act now. So make a promise right now. No more waiting. No more mindless scrolling. No more "I'll start tomorrow." You don't need perfection. You need consistency. You don't need a full plan. You need courage. And when the road gets hard, because it will remember this moment, this video, this voice, this is your wake-up call. This is your reset button. This is your sign. So let me ask you, are you going to be the person who watched this and kept scrolling? Or the one who looked in the mirror and said, "No more regrets. I'm taking back my life." Starting now, if you're ready to commit. Like this video, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who's still living in pause mode. Because this isn't just a video, this is a new chapter in your next 28 years. Start right now.